of the key points that the audience heard today from the presentation is that population ageing is only one of the drivers of change for the future. Population ageing, urbanisation, migration and globalisation are drivers that even providers in Australia should be looking at. It's time to not only focus on your core business, but actually look at the world around you and really review, whether your models of practice and whether your standards of care are meeting the needs of this generation of older people and in the future. The service models are very inflexible in nature, whereas the needs of people are dynamic. And as we consider the populations that we're dealing with as heterogeneous and not homogeneous, it's very clear to me that not only should we look at the reframing the process of ageing from active ageing to a capability approach, but we also need to look at the training needs of our health professionals. Okay. Some of the take-home messages that I believe are really important and can be applied to everyday life is that the rights of older people are not protected. They're not protected in Australia, and they're not protected globally. We need to connect beyond our borders. We need to connect across disciplines and across sectors. And of course, there's no such thing as not-for-profit. If not-for-profit organisations are not making a profit, then they're not in business. The other key message is that we need to consider advocacy from a vertical and also a horizontal position. It's bottom up, top down, but also across disciplines and across sectors. And as an example, it's time that people in the aged care industry reached out to those in the vision industry and the hearing industry and consider coming together and aiming for a more national strategy to improve the vision health of older people or to improve the hearing health of older people. So we need to be leaders, but we also need to be reviewers, critical reviewers of our policies and practice, not only internally but externally. So each of us can be agents of change, but it's whether we are able to take that step forward and believe in ourselves, but believe in the future of this industry. Australia is a lucky country, but there is a danger of being complacent in terms of our practices and our views, and a little bit introverted and navel-gazing. So let's step forward and be the leader that we can be. My wish for aged care, first and foremost, is that we didn't call it aged care. Ageing starts at birth. So when we talk about aged care, there's a tone of patronisation. So we need to be starting to think about the language that we use, because that drives the attitudes and society's belief about certain parts of our population. So we need to be thinking about, and my wish would be, that we consider how we can enable the capabilities of older people, and in doing so, help them live the quality of life that they want, but also serve in the quality of a death, a good death. So my wish for aged care, first and foremost, is that we come up with a different name. Secondly, that we start being unconditional in our sharing of new knowledge and use that sharing to our competitive advantage to truly be the leader in the world.